Well, I don't know about you, but my holiday is over and I'm back again. Here I am scrapping for you today, and it is a Stick It Down team layout. I am here on the Stick It Down team for the double layout for the month of March, and this is the one that we're working with today. Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and as I said, I'm back. I had 2 glorious weeks away on a cruise just the last week and the week before, and now I'm back to reality. So what better way to start off the scrapping mojo again, but with a double layout and a sketch to work with. Trust me, after holiday mode, it is really hard to get back into it, but let's see how we go. So I have chosen these beautiful papers from Poppy Crafts, and I am using them to create the double layout. Aren't they just beautiful? I love the vintagey feel to them, and that's appropriate for the topic of my layout. I have cut my 1/4-inch strips, which I'm going to use as my border, on 3 sides for each side, so that will then make the double layout in the middle meet with the pattern of that design, and it will all work beautifully. You just wait and see. So building up the corner here, as you can see, I just tore it because that tape is a little bit stickier or tackier than I usually use, so it didn't allow for me that relift. So note to self, don't do it. So I am putting the border in so that I can then work the layout. Now I have been away for 2 weeks, and I am sorry that I didn't get as much up for that time, but I need your help now. YouTube will have put me to sleep because I haven't uploaded enough, so please make sure you watch all the way through and you give me a big thumbs up at the end and leave me a comment down below. That will let YouTube know that you still want to see what I'm doing and that you're still interested in my channel. That is, of course, that you are. And I hope you are, because I really do need to get my mojo back, and I really do need to start scrapping heavily, because on the holiday I took so many photos, unbelievable photos, and they are just going to make glorious pages, and I want to share them with all of you and the memories as well. But this memory here is from just before I went away, and we went on our next trip for coffee with Cody. That's my middle daughter. Every week she wants to go and check out a new cafe, so who am I to say no to coffee and a cafe and an exploration? And this one was Holland House. Now, we'd heard on social media that it was closing down, so we thought we'd better hurry up and go and check it out because it was something different. And I rang on the Friday and I checked that it was still open and serving, but unfortunately there had been a massive rainstorm on the Saturday, and they had received some damage and were unable to run their cafe, which was really sad. But we then pivoted and went elsewhere. So that's hence the little tags that I have in it about being flexible, being excited to attend, but then being realistic about the whole process and knowing that, you know, things happen and you can't change that. But the experience was worth going, and the house was fantastic, and I did take some amazing photos of all the memorabilia inside, and so that was worth the trip in itself. What I'm doing here is I fussy cut out those florals, and I'm going to use that as a strip for my title and my just a bit of difference to the layout. I'm using smoked timber here, or sorry, scorched timber here, to ink up the edges to make it lift off the edge of the paper and just add that little bit of extra definition to it. Now, my photos, of course, for this layout are larger than the ones in the sketch, but that's the beauty of a sketch, everybody. It's just a starting point, and you can manipulate it and change it and modify it to make everything suit your photos, your design, and your way of layouting. And that's a good word, layouting. You know, like, I like layers, everybody. You all know that. You've been watching me long enough to know that I love layering things up. There are other people that want to keep it simple, and that's fine, and I understand that too, each to their own. But you know, some papers just scream layer me up, use me, multiply me, just use me creatively. So That's what I find with these papers from Poppy Crafts. They are our Australian papers. They are from Craft Online. I will put the links down below, and seriously, you need to check them out. Beautiful quality. Now, my embellishments are coming from Uniquely Creative. I could not possibly tell you what kit because they are just leftovers that I have sitting around in a stash, and I just thought they fitted appropriately. I die cut that door there, and I'm going to put all the fancy elements in a moment just to give it a little bit more zhuzh, but I'm just layering up my pieces ready to embellish across. I have kept the main feel of the sketch with the two photos on the left hand side and one on the right hand side. I do have those landing spots across the layout as well, and you will see when I put it together how it does mirror the sketch quite nicely. Now, I do love the colours in these papers. Aren't they beautiful? They're just beautifully combined. I love teal and yellow, and they pick up the photos so perfectly. And that's really, really important when you're working with busy backgrounds, because your photo could fade into the background if you're not careful. And it's really important that you use the colors of your photos to match your papers to make them pop. And that's my advice for you if you are going to experiment with using busy papers, is that your photos need to be the colors of the papers. It's so important. So I'm just layering these up. I love that floral fussy cut element from an edge of the other paper, and here I'm just going to cut in another square using the side of this one that has the collagey side, and that's giving it a good vintage feel, and it's picking up more of that detail from the paper pack. And trust me, I love this paper pack. It really is very, very me with the colors and the designs. I just love that vintagey feel on it. So I'm just going to put in the tabs here, which I cut out using my tab punch. That's always a handy tool if you're looking for a tool that you are going to use multiple times. A tab punch or a tab die is a must. You need to have them. They just add that little bit of extra elements to your page. So I'm going to pop these ones up on foam dots. I want dimension on my pages. I like it when they're lumpy and bumpy. It makes my page feel full and complete. That's just me. I like it. I know other people just like their pages flat, and that's great for them. And I used to just be a flat scrapper as well, but not anymore. I've progressed. I've evolved, as they say, and I've gone along with the trends that are happening, and I'm just using up my stash to build greater layouts, because I really do like the artistic side of scrapbooking. I think it's a challenge. I like it. I'm a frustrated artist, obviously, because I love the challenge of making that next layout different from the last, and I just like how they all come together. Another part of being an artistic scrapbooker is that when you take your photos, all you start to do is to see how it's going to look on a page. And when I was away overseas just recently, that's what I was doing for some of those beautiful scenic photos I took of places like Mystery Island and Vila and Noumea. It was just, how is this going to look on a page? What am I going to use? What papers am I going to use? And trust me, I have got so many photos. It is ridiculous how many photos I took, plus all the cruise ship photos. So we had so many experiences, my daughter and I. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. And I've just realized I do miss another L, and I know I cut it out, so I have to go looking for it, because Holland is double L, and I really do need to find it, which I did find on the floor. So I've put it through my sticker maker, and that makes life so much easier when they're stickers, and I can just stick them down on the layout, and that's how it's coming together. And I really do like it, except I put that N upside down. See, make mistakes as well. And that's what it is. It says Holland, and the other side says house, because that's where we were. I have also put the pieces of the door through the sticker maker after I inked each of the edges to add a little bit more detail and make it stand out. I just felt that door was so appropriate for the photos, and it just looked like it belonged on that page. Now I'm going to start embellishing with some fussy cut pieces that I have collected, but first of all I need to put this tab in, just like the sketch. It had 3 tabs, so I better make sure that I put 3 tabs in, and that's, you know, I love the odds and I need it to be balanced across the layout. So there we are. I have all of my pieces together, and the last thing I need to do now is to build up my embellishment clusters. And remember, the sketch is very plain and it doesn't really have that much. It indicates embellishing by the stars. The stars could be how you embellish it, but it doesn't mean it has to be stars. It can be anything you'd like it to be, especially when you want it to match your layout. Now I have these little quote cards that are from a dictionary that I put onto the layout because it fits the feel of it. One said, good question. One said flexible. One said excitement or something like that, and the other one said, I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to go and check it out, but you will see it, you know, when you look at the close-ups. And it is just a little way of adding some interest to your layout without having to do too much to it. I did ink the edge with the scorched timber. I don't know why I keep saying smoked. It's scorched timber. I have these words that I fussy cut out of the pieces that I had left. One says heirloom, and it really doesn't fit the page, but nostalgia does, so I'm going to add that in over that quote there, and that will be a point of clustering that I can utilize. Now I am going to rule in some journaling lines, just as the sketch designated for this area. I'm using my white pen as my guide because I don't want it to stand out too much, and unfortunately I choose the wrong pen to write with. I choose a thicker pen, and that's because I thought it would fade if I used the thinner pen, and I probably should have gone with a thinner pen, but that's okay. It's just saying how we went to Holland House as it was closing down, and we were so excited to go there, and then we're a little disappointed that there was no coffee shop that day. It was a bit of a shame. It would have been nice to have some Dutch apple pancakes for breakfast, but we didn't get it and we went somewhere else, and that was okay as well. But I did buy some Dutch gingerbread, and I love Dutch gingerbread. Fantastic. So I'm just putting in the date. It was 2026. It is another one of the on the Cody coffee train at the cafes with Cody. It's another memory, put it into the album, and I like the fact that it is coming together so nicely and easily. Now I have all these little bits and pieces that I cut out, and I'm just going to add them in to allow for the cluster points to land across there. I've got some florals that I'm just going to add because those frames had the florals in it, and it's just turning out to be quite a pretty little layout. And as you can see, the photos still hold the attention of the page, and there's just enough embellishing going on to you know, build the clusters and build that point of interest for you around each of the photos. Now this is a little bit plainer than some of my layouts, that is true, but it doesn't need to be anymore because the papers are quite busy in the background, and that makes up for the clusters being mild. Alright, so there it is. That's the left hand side of the page, and that's the right hand side of the page, and I'm pretty happy with both of them. The only thing left for me to do, of course, is what? I'm going to add some stitching, because we always need some stitching. And so I'm just looking for my famous messy stitching stamp so that I can create the stamped stitching onto the layout as per the sketch. This one's going to run across here at the bottom, so I'm just going to line it up, and it is messy and it's not straight, and I don't mind because that's the whole feel of the layout. I'm liking how it just zigzags across the bottom there, adds that point of interest, and I'm going to add some here across the top just to draw your eye. Now my stitching is not exactly the same as the stitching on the sketch, but that's okay. It is there in the points where most of it falls, and I'm happy with how it looks in the end. So I'm just running the last of this one across the bottom here, so it looks like that it's carried on either side of the frame. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I'm I didn't pull out the sewing machine, so it's fine. It looks great as it is. Just contemplating where else to put it, because on the sketch it has it running through the title, but I've decided I'm going to put it up onto that top one there just to add it a little bit more detail, and that's balancing it out nicely. So I have all those extra cutout letters, which I'll put aside because I'll use those somewhere down the track on another layout. And then I have my nouveaux, and you know I like to finish off with nouveaux. They just allow me to set up my visual triangle, and they are in clusters of 3, so it's natural for the eye, and they just marry in beautifully. Look how lovely this layout has turned out. I love the colors. 3 photos on a double layout, and that is it. That is done. Don't forget, stick it down, everybody. It is a Facebook group. You need to go and check it out. They have sketches every month for a double layout, a single layout, and a card layout, and we would love for you all to join us and play along. I'd love to see what you do with these sketches as well, so please go and share your take on them. It is great to be part of it. Laura is awesome at organising for us each month the sketches that we get to work with, and I love how this has come together. It is a simple layout, and you can make it as detailed as you like or as simple as you like, and you just have fun with the sketch. What do you think? Did I hit the mark? Did I make it? Did I capture the essence of the sketch? All of those comments down below help me to interact with you, because I love interacting with you all, and I do appreciate you coming back each and every time to watch video. I'm back from holidays now. The holidays are over. Well, actually, they're over for now, but school holidays start in a week's time, so you know I timed that really well. But here we go. There's my layout. I wish I could show it to you flat now as a double, but I will at the end through all of the close-ups. Give me a thumbs up, everybody. I appreciate you watching, and as I said, go and check out the Facebook group with the details down below so that you can check out what everybody else has done with this sketch. I am really happy with it. Look at it. Look at it. The colors are just beautiful. They are just stunning. I love it when I can get outside and take a bright colored photo for you so you see the true colors of the paper as well as the full layout. This is what I've done. My first layout since I'm back. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget, there are lots of people playing along, and check out the Facebook group. That's a wrap for this one, everybody. Stick it down. That's it. Remember the name. Give me the thumbs up and a hype if you're on a digital device, because YouTube has forgotten me, but I hope you haven't. This is my next video for you to watch. I'll see you there real soon.